all my spray cans, they've never done this before. I don't understand it. See if we can get anything out of here. Oh, this is, oh, here we go. Hey, look at that, look at that, look at that. Here we go. It's working.
Hey bug farmers, welcome to Bug Farmer Beekeeping, where we dive into the world of apiculture, beekeeping, and bees every week. This is the place to share laughs, explore bees, and learn together, all without taking ourselves too seriously. To join our buzzing community, it's easy and it's free. Just hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and let's cultivate beekeeping knowledge and fun together. Now, let's get into the bees.
Hi, and welcome back to the channel today. Well, today it's 28 degrees outside, so we're not going outside to do any beekeeping, but I still have work that I need to accomplish on the hives for the new bee yard. Primarily what I need to do today is I need to get these lids painted. Not just the sides, but I need to paint a design on the top because I want to prevent hive drift. Now we're not talking about drifting like in cars. We're talking about hive drift with bees. And yeah, you might say, hey, it's going to happen. It always happens. It's really not important to stop. Well, I agree with you to a certain extent. However, there's a caveat. We're going to talk about the caveat. The caveat is as follows. First, let's talk about what hive drift is for those of you who don't know. Hive drift is when you have multiple beehives in an area in an apiary. Generally, I mean, two beehives sitting next to each other, it could happen. But if you have multiple beehives in an apiary, bees will come back and not know exactly which hive is theirs. So they may enter the hive next door or the hive next door to that. And it is allowable. I mean, a bee, if it comes back with some nectar or some pollen, it can bribe its way into a hive. It's not really a big deal until you hear the caveat. The caveat is as follows. What if you have one hive in your apiary that has a serious varroa problem, just a really bad mite problem? And all of a sudden, those bees are going out, gathering nectar, gathering pollen, and then coming back and drifting into other hives, now spreading the varroa problem throughout your apiary. It's not really something you want to have to deal with, and it's not something I want to have to deal with. So the way that we prevent that as beekeepers generally is we paint our boxes different colors, different designs. If you're a new beekeeper, you might wonder why you see all these boxes where people are getting artistic. And we like to get artistic with our boxes. We like them to look good. But the real reason behind doing that is that we want the bees to be able to do an orientation flight on their hive, recognize their hive, and then when they fly out and come back, they will still recognize their hive and go into the correct hive. And it's not going to eliminate hive drift, but what it will do is it will make hive drift less of a problem, less of an issue in your apiary. Now, last year, actually it was the year before when I opened up the bee yard at the farm, all of those hives were bee castle hives, heavily wax dipped, so I couldn't paint the hives. But what I did is I painted the lids. Now, all of these hives that I bought from Bob Benny, I've put them together and I've got the first coat of paint on them. They are painted white right now. I've got another coat I've got to put on them. And I could paint the boxes, but I decided to do what it was that I did in the farmyard. I'm just going to paint on the lid. I mean, the bees come in, they're coming in for a landing. They should be able to recognize a pattern on top of their lid. So that's the goal, that's the plan today. We're going to be painting some lids. Now, this HDO is some very nice wood, and I don't know what this is very smooth on top of here. I'm not sure whether it's a finish, whether it's something that the HDO, I imagine it's something the HDO manufacturers put on there. I guess that's what it is. I'm pretty certain that it's going to accept paint. I'm not going to sand these. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to tape off some designs and spray some designs on there. And I'm going to try to use paint that fluoresces. Now, I've looked up how bees see. Bees see in the ultraviolet spectrum, which means reds don't really do them any good. Red kind of looks like gray or almost a black to the bees, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've looked it up. But bright colors, the blues, the yellows, they can see those really good. Now, does that mean I'm not going to use any red? No, it does not mean I'm not going to use red. There's going to be red in a lot of the designs because I like to see red. Red's a good color, and it will still look like a black line and still give a pattern for the bees to remember when they take off and come back. So we're going to be going through my paint shelf. I mean, I didn't specifically buy paint for this. I've got a whole bunch of paint cans with different colored paint in them, and we're just going to pick some out and put some neat designs on some of these tops, and that's pretty much going to be the plan for the day. So let's zip over to the paint shelf and see what it is we can see. All right, so I've got all kinds of stuff in the old paint shelf here. Let's see what we have here. Starter fluid. That is not going to work. We don't want starter fluid. Oh, here we go. Turf green. That's John Deere green. We will take that. That is metallic black. We don't need that. White, I don't think we're going to need. Oh, there's some matte wild honey. Woo, we like honey. Honey's good. Honey wins. There's some patriotic blue. All right, there's some matte ink blue. We will use that. Oh, there's some yellow. Look at that, John Deere yellow. We love it. Let me go set these down and I'll get some more. All right, so we have pink. We have purple. We have burgundy. We have honey. We have John Deere yellow, or JD yellow as it's called. We have grass green, which is the other half of the John Deere. We can paint a John Deere here. I actually have another can of this if I run out of the green. I mean, all these cans aren't full. I've been using these for quite a while. Here's some matte ink blue. Here is some gloss patriotic blue. Here's some blue hyacinth, which is more of a purple, but it might be more fluorescent, or it might fluoresce a little bit more in the ultraviolet spectrum than patriotic blue. We will see. I mean, well, we won't see, but the bees will see, and they'll know. Here we go. This is orange, satin rustic orange. We'll put that down here next to the pink, and another gloss patriotic blue. I'll tell you what, we will replace. No, that's up. We're going to set this one aside. We may or may not get to this can because that one is almost empty. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, an important note is I did open up a window and I've got a fan blowing the wind out because I would do that anyways because I got to ventilate while I'm spray painting. But I've also got a fire right behind the camera and I don't want to be in a situation where I blow myself up. I mean, that would make for a heck of a video if I, beekeeper blows himself up. I don't want to do that today, so we do have a fan going to suck the fumes out, and if it gets too fumy, I'll just put this off until the fire burns down a little bit. Also, you may notice on the screen right there, we have snow, and it's 28 degrees right now, but tomorrow, starting 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, we're going to get snow here in the metro Atlanta area. So hopefully I will be able to get out there and get some video of the snow for next week's video. But for this week, we're just going to anticipate the snow. And if I have time during post, I'll put some snow up on the green screen or something interesting there. If it's too distracting, we'll take it down and we'll put fire up there. Maybe it'll keep us warm. I don't know. But we have snow coming and we will film that when it happens. And I will show you that in next week's video. But I'm really excited, looking forward to it. We are probably going to get more ice than snow in the area that I'm in, but I'll take snow, ice, anything frozen. And before, we haven't even gotten to painting our first lid. I've got so many stories to tell you. Before I tell you the next story, let's paint one lid, then I'm going to tell you a story. Something that happened over New Year's that you weren't aware of, but I was aware of it, and I'm going to share it with you after we get our first lid painted. Let's get some tape. All right, so the question is, what do we want these bees to see? I'm thinking we're going to identify the side that's closest to me as the top. I kind of want a runway. So what I will do is I will start, well, I guess I'll start by masking off the front. We don't need anything on the front of the hive. That is going to be painted white. All right. Now we'll put a stripe right there. Another stripe right here. Oh, wait a second. Well, I guess, you know what? It's going to be okay. These are going to be thin stripes on a thick background, but I think that'll be fine. I mean, happy accidents, right? Happy accidents. There's no mistakes, says Bob Ross. Just happy accidents. It doesn't have to be straight. It doesn't have to be square. It's just got to be. It's just got to be. That is all. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, we'll make the runway right to the feeder. Maybe one on this side. Whoop. There we go. All right. How does that look? Looks fantastic. Thank you for asking. I think this one is going to be, I'm leaning towards this hyacinth blue here. Let's start with that. That's more of a purple. More of a, you know what, this should probably sit with the purple. More purple than blue. But, you know what looks good together? Purple and yellow. Let's put the hyacinth blue back. Let's get the purple out. Here we go. Here's some purple. Then we'll make the next stripe purple. And that's the only two stripes we're going to make purple. Now let's make two stripes yellow. There we go. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Maybe not. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem with a lid or sprayer. It's been gummed up. Do we have any more yellow? I'll be back. Well, I ran some ether over it. Let's see what happens. Oh, this paint. This John Deere yellow kind of sucks. Oh no. No good. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think it was a bad idea for me to have that fire running while I've got fumes. It's getting awfully fumey here. Haven't even painted my first lid. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try to get this on there before it clogs up again. Here we go. Okay, we got that one done. Okay, we have some purple and yellow happening here. Woo! Go ahead and unmask that and see what it is we've got. Oh, that doesn't seem near enough. I need more paint. I may go to freehanding. Freehanding might be the answer. That's an awful lot of paint. And the design, well, it's kind of underwhelming. That's kind of underwhelming. That doesn't do much for me. Let's just hit it with some paint and see what happens. All right, I'm gonna hide it from you for a second while we do this. Let's get something that we can use. All right, hold on a second. Here we go. We have some kills. We're gonna set this up right here. Now, I've still got my yellow in my. Yellow. I don't know how long it's gonna work. And my purple. Purple we know works. Let's see here. Oh, I know what we can do. Well, I don't want to do that. But then again, I mean, I don't want to have any occultist bees. So do you remember, and you may not remember, if you're my age, you probably remember, this happened in the 90s. If you're a younger beekeeper, and you're not going to remember the story, but there were these people, and I forget what they were called, but there was this comet. It was going to fly over the Earth, and it was the first time it was going to be here in 1,000,000 years or something like that. I don't know how long. The comet was called Hale-Bopp. I can remember the comet because the name of it was just kind of silly. But the Hale-Bopp comet was going to fly over, and these people, these really odd people, they were a cult, and they all laid down. This is what reminded me of this is the purple, right? So they all laid down in a room, poisoned themselves, and they were wearing all purple, or purple Nikes or something, and they were gonna apparently their belief system said that they were gonna land on the tail of this comet, or a spaceship was in the tail of the comet, and it was gonna take them off to Utopia or something like that. And I remember that their logo, their thing, was like a triangle with a circle on top. And I'm doing purple, and I was thinking about putting a circle on top of my triangle, which again told me about the Hale-Bopp people. I don't know what they're called, and I don't condone doing what the Hale-Bopp people did. So don't go Hale-Bopping. But that was just the idea. I don't know what they were called. Very, very odd. But I really want that. I don't want the logo, but I want that design. I want a circle on there. I wonder I wonder. Yeah, well, I mean, we're just gonna get crazy with it here. Let's draw a circle. Oh, that's beautiful. Bees are gonna love that. I've painted over one of my yellow stripes, so we're gonna add it back. Oh, see, this freehand looks so much better. All right, we're gonna re-up a purple stripe. Then we're gonna re-up another yellow stripe. Oh, this is lovely. Now, because we don't want it to be confused with hail bop, we're gonna put some antennas on it. Kind of like a purple sun. Okay, I should have been an artist. I mean, and I do paint with a paintbrush, not with spray cans. I'm not a graffiti artist. And I want some green in there too. Let's see if our green works. All kinds of stuff came off that green can. Oh, there it is. It's kind of funky. And we're gonna put some green in here. Oh yeah. Oh, this is lovely. Okay, I have some runniness happening here, but that's okay. What other color can we add here? I think that might be enough. I mean, less is more. Are you ready? Don't be jealous. I'm just saying. You're going to want to try to duplicate this. You're not going to be able to. It's like a Picasso. Oh, look at there. I love it. I love it. The bees are going to love it. Let's do another one. Maybe we'll come up with a better design this time. I'm feeling a little bit like a triangle. Not just any triangle. I'm thinking a patriotic blue triangle. All right, here we go. Let's hope that this, it sprays. Oh, I was going to tell you, before we paint this one, I'm going to tell you, over the New Year's, a lot of people were at the bee conference. I was not at the bee conference. If the bee conference were held in Seville like it used to be, I would have been at the bee conference, but it was in Kentucky, and that was too far for me to drive, but that's not the point. The point is, I was in Seville with my family over the New Year's, and it snowed. We had some snow up in Seville, and it was not, I mean, there was no accumulation, but we got flurries and it was beautiful in the mountains, and I've got some pictures. I'll put those on the screen while I tell you about it. But it was beautiful. We went on some sky chairs to the top of the mountain, that was a harrowing ride. I tell you what, if you ever have the opportunity to go to Gatlinburg and in a chair up the mountain, that was a little bit too much. Now, you may not be afraid of heights, and I'm not afraid of heights. But let me tell you, we're on that thing, and the wind is blowing and it's cold, and then the snow starts just beating in from the side, so we're freezing. We're holding on for dear life, and this thing is rocking, and every time somebody got in or out of a cart gondola up at the top or at the bottom, this thing stopped, and then you're rocking, and you're rocking, and you're rocking. And then this thing gets going again, and it jerks you, and then you're going back, and you're rocking some more. It's fine if you're in the gondola thing with the seats and the windows and the doors and you're not going to fall out. But if you're just sitting there and you have this one thing across your waist and there's a hole in the back of this, it's like a bench going up there, you can fall out the back of it. Anyways, I don't recommend it. Scary, scary, scary. If you like scary things, then by all means, get on that thing. But not for me, thank you. Anyways, back to art. Okay, let's see here. We're going to do a blue triangle. Do a blue triangle. Ooh, that's a nice color blue. I forgot how beautiful that was. That's a nice color blue. Okay, blue and honey. Blue and matte wild honey. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what it may be? And I don't know why it would be. It's like 55 degrees in the basement. We're going to rustic orange. See, now my vision for my art is hosed. Okay, we have orange. Oh, we had orange. What in the world is going on here? With John Deere green. We know that the green worked. Okay, here we go, here we go. I just don't want them all to look the same. Green works good. Grass green. Ooh, this is turning out nice. I wish I had more colors. That is ink blue. We can try ink blue. It's doing the same thing. All my spray cans, they've never done this before. I don't understand it. See if we can get anything out of here. Oh, oh, here we go. Hey, look at that, look at that, look at that. Here we go. It's working. I need something bright for the center. I'm going to the white. I'm gonna get some white. Here we go. Okay, I feel good about the white. Ooh, that kind of sets it off. You know, the white was a pretty good idea. I might even put some white stripes here. Ooh, this whole triangle in the white, that works out good. I really could use some more patriotic blue though. Or the hyacinth, we'll do that. Okay. Okay, so I should have never been a graffiti artist. I really want yellow. Do you know how badly I want yellow? We have yellow. Here we go. There we go. Beautiful. That's nice. Okay, here we go. You ready? Number 2. Oh, number 2. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm thinking squares. Squares would be nice. Now we're going to do one that's a little bit. Well, no, we're not. We're going to do some stripes. Should I do an American flag? We could do an American flag. I mean, we could probably do an American flag. The bees, they would probably dig it. I mean, they're American bees, right? Actually, they're Italians. Maybe we should do an Italian flag. Anybody have an idea what an Italian flag looks like? I mean, I can look it up. But what if they're Russian bees? They might not want the Italian flag. We're going to say that they're American bees. We're going to give them an American flag. That's the plan. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, fellas, we're going to do our blue stripes. Or no, we don't have blue stripes in the American flag. We're going to do our burgundy red stripes. All right. Burgundy, white, and blue. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Now, this is not going to be exact. This is going to be a representation of the American flag. Here we go. Here we go. It's even waving in the breeze. Okay, so there's that. Now we have our stripes. Now we're going to add some white to it. Oh, I love it. Okay, that looks good. We need to re-up the red. I've kind of gone over some of my red. There we go. There we go. Which kind of makes it hot pink now, but that's okay. Now we need, should I let that dry before I put my blue and my star field on there? You know, we should probably let that dry, but then again, I mean, how long until it flashes off? We're going to give it a second. We're going to set this. This is going to be like a double. We're going to come back and revisit it. So far, we've got that. We're going to come back. We're going to put our star field on there in a second. In the meantime, in case the Italian bees want the Italian flag, we're going to find out what the Italian flag looks like, and we're going to give them the Italian flag. We can do the Italian flag. We're going to do the Italian flag. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. For those of you who don't know what the Italian flag looks like, you're about to find out. Have you ever seen Big Bang Theory? This is fun with flags Sheldon would be proud. Okay, it's a very complex design, so I've got it right there. All right, you ready? All right, the Italian flag. All right, all right. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let's make sure I've got the proportions right. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Now, we're going to put some of this on there. You know what I should probably do? Hold, please. I will use this to separate my colors. Here we go. Woo, look at that. All right, now, for make sure I got it right here before I go spray painting any colors on there that shouldn't be on there. Okay, now, the tonal value of the paint is not going to be exactly what you would have in your flag. I mean, I've got hot pink stripes on my American flag, so you people in Italy are gonna have to deal with it. All right, let's see here. We want a secret. All right, here we go, here we go. Are we ready? Look at that. The Italian bees, let me see here. For that to be correct, from your perspective, it has to be like this. There we go. The Italian flag. The Italian bees are going to love it. I love it already. All right. Now, why is that white? That white is blending over into the red, and the red was the last thing I sprayed. I'm not really too concerned with it. It is what it is. Beautiful. All right. So, now I can probably do the blue on the American flag because, I mean, you know what? I'm going to wait. I mean, I want the American flag to look at least as good as the Italian flag does. Saskatraz. Is there a Saskatraz flag? I mean, there's Saskatraz bees, right? We could do the Russian flag. That's a red, white, and blue, but I think it's the other direction. Let's look up the Russian flag for the Russian bees. Let's see here. I think they're just a red, white, and blue, and I have red, white, and blue. Bing, they are white, blue, red. Okay, we're gonna do a Russian flag. We can do that. White, blue, red. I've already got some white on this lid and some red. I just need some blue in the middle. So let's do a white, blue, red Russian flag. We're gonna start with the red. So we will use this again to, you know what? I'm gonna use tape. I don't need to keep gumming up my stuff there. Put some tape there. White, blue, red. I think I didn't leave enough room for the blue there. Let's there we go. White, blue, red. So here's the red. Okay, there's some goink coming through the red. For some reason, the red's not sticking. Maybe there's some oil or something on top of the hive. Let me wipe that down. We're gonna redo that one, and I'm hoping that this wiping will actually use some of the solvent that's in the paint to clean up whatever it is that's making it orange peel there. Okay, we're gonna try that again. All right, here we go. Much better. Okay, so there is our red. Now let's go to the white. There it is, there it is. All right. Tell you what, that white goes on nicely. All right, there we go. Now we're going to have to wait to put the blue on, just like we have to wait on the American flag to put the blue on. Now I kind of want to go back and redo the American flag right. I mean, I can't have it looking all fuzzy, but then again, we Americans are creative. We want ours to look creative. I think I'm going to leave it. Ours is going to be a artistic flag. Other countries, they deserve to be represented the way that they want to be represented. I can see America any way that I want because I'm an American and we're allowed to do that. All right, now we're going to set this one aside. There really is there a Saskatraz flag? Are they from Saskatchewan? That's like a Canadian province, I think. Do they have their own flag? Let's see, where do Saskatraz bees come from? If I had Siri, I would ask Siri. I mean, I have it, but I don't turn any of that nonsense on. Saskatraz. Saskatraz space flag. You'll never believe this. There's a Saskatraz flag, and I can't paint it. And the reason I cannot paint it is because half of it is yellow. And my yellow, my yellow's giving me, the yellow's back. I have yellow. Do I have green? Is my green working? We're going to do a Saskatraz. Bing! Okay, it's going to be kind of abstract because they have more than just two colors on there. They actually have, something else on there. They have a flower. It looks like a red tulip. And then they have a crest, which I'm not going to do the crest, but I'll give it the yellow and the green. Saskatraz. All right. All right. You ready for this? Bing. All right, now. Oh, why did I do that? I ripped it off. There we go. There we go. All right, are we ready? I hope this yellow lasts. I'll try to do it quick. Get my phone out of the way. We don't want to spray the phone. Oh, am I doing it right? Wait a second. I don't know who's on top and who's on bottom here. Okay. Yellow's on the bottom. All right, here we go. There we go. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Oh, you know what? That's okay. All right, green, here we go. I'm gonna have to come back and touch the yellow up because I'm gonna have to finish the stripe after the green dries. We'll put the green on nice and light so that it can dry fairly quickly. All right, woo! That is a Saskatraz. Now, I'm not going to put the crest And I'm not going to put the flour, although, I mean, I could probably do it with I could probably mask it off, but we're not getting that creative. I've been creative enough. Go ahead and get that off of there. We will let this dry, and then I will paint the rest of the yellow on the Saskatraz flag. All right, here we go. It's over here. Okay, we can paint the blue on the American flag now. Now, again, the American flag is going to be, it's going to be abstract. It's not going to be as pretty as those other ones. Make sure we're using, oh, that's hot. We need patriotic blue. Must be patriotic blue. That one's dead. Let's try this one. There we go. And we're also going to do a representation of 50 stars, not 50 stars. We'll just put a few white dots up there. That will have to suffice. We're just going to wing it. Consider it wung. Here we go. We're going to wing it. That'll work. That needs to be a little bit fatter. There we go. All right, now we just wait for the star field. Wonder if I can plop some stars down into that blue paint. Okay, here we go. That'll work. Throw another one right here. Another one right there. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready, Americans? Are you ready for the American bees? There we go. Look at that. Oh no. Oh no. One of our stars is dripping. We have a drippy star. I shouldn't have turned it. Let's add more white to it. Now it's kind of a light bluish white star, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and move this out of the way flatly. All right, fellas and fellettes, that brings us to the end of another video. Now I am going to finish painting the rest of these lids off camera, and you will see them when we install them in the Honey Creek bee yard. But we did manage to get 8 lids done. Now we still have the Saskatraz and the Russian flag lids to finish. I will show those at the end of this video after I'm done talking. But we did manage to get 8 done. I've got 12 more to do. I will get those painted, and we will again see those when we put those in the Honey Creek bee yard. But the goal of this video, the reason why we paint lids and we paint hives, and you can paint your hive body if you want. You don't have to just stick to the lid. Get as creative as you want. We just have happy accidents. There's no mistakes, as Bob Ross says. And the reason that we do this is we want to prevent or mitigate. I don't want to say prevent because hive drift is going to happen. Bees are going to move from one hive to the other in an apiary. You can't prevent that, but we can try to mitigate it as much as possible. And it's not just because we don't want the bees partying like it's weekend at Bernie's and going from one condo to the next and having fun and hanging out with their buddies. We want to make sure that if we have a hive that is in the apiary that's got mites, that it doesn't spread mites to the rest of the colonies in your bee yard. Or if it's sick, we don't want it to spread a virus to the other colonies in the bee yard and wipe out more than just the hive that is affected. So that's really the goal. The goal is to mitigate commingling of bees wherever possible to keep all of our hives healthy. So with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, I'm going to ask you, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my new content. I do try to drop a video every Friday. We try to keep it light and have fun. So with all that said, be happy. And I will see you next week. Take care.